Chapter 41. Sylvester, African American, 78, November 8, 2025. I met Mr. Sylvester at an assisted living facility. I was visiting a relative and we were relaxing in the courtyard. He walked past on his way back to his room, steady and upright, clean-cut, composed. I was immediately captivated. I asked if I could interview him, and he said yes without hesitation. There's so many stories walking past us every day, whole lives we know nothing about until we stop long enough to look and listen. Mr. Sylvester, 78, looks easily 20 years younger. He works out 4 days a week, 90 minutes each session, mixing weight training with Zumba and chair yoga. It's not as easy as people think, he said. A lot of stretching, a lot of stress. My trainer told me, don't get on the floor, get in the chair. The more he spoke, the more fascinated I became. He is a voracious reader, reads with intention. Mostly nonfiction. The only fiction he reads is by Robert Ludlum and Frederick Forsyth, because they've got a European flavor. He described how he used the New York Times, especially the Thursday edition, for business strategy when he owned a bodega in Harlem. Mr. Sylvester was born and raised in Jacksonville and graduated from Douglas Anderson long before it became the art school it is today. At 17, he left on a basketball scholarship to Savannah State University, later transferring to Bethune-Cookman University, where he graduated. His mother was a second-grade teacher for 30 years, one of the first black teachers to integrate Spring Park Elementary. He promised her he would graduate, even giving up 2 additional years of sports eligibility to do so. After graduation, he went to New York to play in the legendary Rucker Park tournaments, a place where in the late 1960s and early 1970s, many of the biggest stars in basketball came to play, including Kareem, Abdul-Jabbar, and Julius, Erving. He told me he played guard, smiling with that quiet confidence belonging to athletes who still wear excellence like a tailored suit or something. Not just point. I could shoot and I could hammer. I graduated on a Friday, and by that next Friday, I was in New York. He worked as a bank teller, played basketball daily, and was eventually drafted into the Army during the Vietnam era. I didn't go to Vietnam. Everybody didn't fight. I was in Europe, Germany. I was a medic, and I made the Army basketball team. That was my job. All we did was travel. After his service, he earned a graduate degree in special education and taught for several years. However, he said he couldn't earn enough money teaching, so he shifted into business. He and his father-in-law opened a bodega in Harlem, H&T Groceries on 139th and Edgecombe, which they ran for 15 years. He married once in the 1970s. Though they later separated legally, they remain very good friends and they share 4 children, aged 30 to 50. When asked what he was afraid of, he answered without hesitation, I'm not afraid of anything. You're born, you live, you die, it's simple. Before we closed, I told him, you just seem like you got a lot of living left to do. He agreed and was looking forward to returning to full health in his full life. He had several business opportunities waiting on him when that time came. Talking to Mr. Sylvester was refreshing, grounding, and it was inspiring. When I got home, I looked up books by Frederick Forsyth and learned more about the Rucker Park tournament. I wanted to understand the elements that shaped him, learn more, dig deeper, honor his story by following the trail. I wondered how many profound opportunities we pass up each day, rushing past our neighbors, too distracted to look up, too busy to see people right in front of us. The thought made me sad, but gratitude said, get out of here. It filled the moment. Even now, sharing him with you, I feel 10 feet taller. I'm so glad I looked up. This is truth, and truth always rises.